Brothers and sisters, every time a celebrity dies or somebody famous dies, we always see the same reaction. And today I want to talk about that a bit. I remember when Whitney Houston died, and there's these other celebrities. They did the movies Fast and the Furious. His name is Paul Walker. We always see the same reaction, and it's always twofold. I want to talk about these two general reactions. The first one is of the world, and the other one is from the Christians. And if we talk about the world is always, the first reaction is one of shock. They're shocked. People are shocked when they see somebody is famous, they're doing well, they have a lot of money, and suddenly they die unexpectedly. It's as if people expect that the normal course of life, we live a long life, we get old, and then it's a normal thing to die because we got old. But in reality, death can come at any moment, and it happens again and again. And whether it is young or old, at the end of the day, it's the same thing. We're gonna die, all of us. So the reaction is one of shock, but also of grief. And we see many people start to comment or say to each other, "May he rest in peace." We see these words come back again and again. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. He is in heaven. He is now with the angels. And people want to comfort themselves by thinking that he's now in a better place. But in reality, they don't know that, and nobody does. Jesus says when the apostles asked him if very few will be saved, he said to strive hard, and that many will try and few will be able. It is a hard thing to accept, and I agree that it makes me sad to know that, but we have to accept what Jesus said. So basically, the world is creating their own version of God, something that comforts them, and we don't believe that. When it comes to Christians, now some of the Christians, they say the same thing as the world. They say he's in heaven. My answer to them is the same one that I just said for the world. It is dangerous to claim that we know somebody is in heaven, because we give the impression that it's easy to be saved, while it is not, and we know what Jesus said. But for the other Christians, some Christians start to say, well, he's not born again, and he's now in hell. He's burning in hell. He wasn't saved. And I want to say to you that when we do that, we're acting even worse than the world, because at least them, they have this grief and they care. They want to comfort themselves maybe, but at the same time, they want to think that this man maybe got saved. When we do that, we're doing a worse mistake, and I'll tell you why. I will give you the example of the thief on the cross. The thief on the cross was next to Jesus Christ. He was a thief, a criminal. Now imagine yourself, you are part of the people who were at the crucifixion of Jesus. You were watching this criminal get crucified. What would you say? You would maybe say that this man is a criminal. This man is a thief. He has stolen from people. He was not saved. He was going to end up in hell. This is maybe what I would say, maybe. But in reality, we know what happened. This person, this thief, had a moment with Jesus, and we know what Jesus told him. This man repented at the last second, maybe. And Jesus told him that he will be with him in paradise. I'm saying this because Kobe Bryant, when he was going in the helicopter, we don't know what happened. Maybe he had a private conversation with God. Maybe he pleaded with God. He pleaded with Jesus for forgiveness. We don't know that. So instead of going ahead and saying that we know he's in hell, why don't we just mind our own business? Why don't we just say, may God have mercy on him? Why don't we feel with his family? If there is a lesson that we should have about the death of somebody like that, it's one lesson. The lesson is that death can come at any moment for any one of us. That is the biggest lesson that we should learn from Kobe Bryant's death. It's not whether he's in heaven or he's in hell. People should stop being arrogant and thinking that we can give our opinion on these matters. It stops at the moment of death. We can speak on this side, but once somebody crosses over, it's none of our business. And I will give the story of Peter and John when they were walking with Jesus. This is in the Gospel of John, and after Jesus resurrected, they were both walking with him. And Jesus looked at Peter and told him, when you were young, you decided where you wanted to go, but now somebody will come and take you where you don't want to go. And he was signifying the way Peter will die. We know, according to church history, that Peter was crucified. Now when Peter heard this, he started to look at John. He looked at another person. He said to Jesus, what about him? And what did Jesus say to him? He said, if I want him to stay alive until I come back, what's it to you? Basically, he was saying to Peter, that is none of your business. You come and follow me. And this is what we should do. It's none of our business to know where Kobe Bryant is, but that should lead us to focus on our relationship with Jesus, to make sure that we are right with him, because death can come at any moment. There is only one person who knows where Kobe Bryant is, and that is God himself. Jesus Christ, he knows. We should make ourselves ready for that moment. When this moment comes of death, and it will come for each of us, what will we say to God? What will he see in our lives? If he looks back at the last month of our life, what will he see? Were we busy making money? Were we busy enjoying our lives? Were we engaging in sin? Were we judging other people? This is what we should be busy with. Not looking left and right and discussing whether Kobe Bryant is in hell or in heaven. We should stop doing that and focus on our relationship with Jesus, making sure that if we ourselves die, we will be ready when we stand before him for judgment. That is all today, brothers. May God bless you.